We are really glad to see you here tonight. Over the last 11 years, Literature for Life has been using the power of words, unleashing the potential of over 1,900 marginalized young mothers through reading and writing stories, sharing experiences, and learning to trust themselves and others. We're here tonight to support Literature for Life, to support these young women in the program, to support what Joelle Tilley is doing, and I think to finally, for a lot of people, put their money where their mouth is and say, I've heard about this thing and maybe I can spread it to other people, and I'd like to actually show that I do care about this community and I do believe in helping a woman, which will help their child, which helps communities.
Literature for Life has been doing Black, White, and Red all over for the last 3 years. This is the 3rd annual gala. Literature for Life is a very precious cause. What it celebrates is life, where there are other causes where, we're looking for cures and things that are preventing death. This celebrates life and the responsibilities that we have in life. What we're trying to teach our young women is that, yes, this may have happened to you and it's not the ideal situation for you, but life still goes on and life is still beautiful and you're responsible for a brand new life. And we support you in your role as your child's first teacher.
I believe that the curiosity in books is the beginning of strong reading, and Literature for Life has given this to me, and I in turn have passed this love for reading on to my daughter. They have opened their office up for me to select books from their library with stories my daughter and I always enjoy. Books and reading are a tremendous important part of life and should never be taken for granted. What I discovered within Literature for Life programming has been truly a lifelong gift. The power of literacy begins with powerful words that cultivate and stimulate one's thought process. It is important to realize that it takes a village to raise a child and a little to make a difference. Literature for Life has truly made a difference in my life. I thank you for the difference you have given to me and for making the difference for the young women after me who are to follow. I do thank you.
This organization is an absolute gem. I mean, partly because no one else is doing it, and I think because it addresses such an important area of social injustice and it intervenes at such a critical point with young moms and their children. And there's such an opportunity there. And the genius is seeing this and acting and reaching out and making a difference. This is a fundraiser, and it's critical that you support this with dollars. Because otherwise the programs can't happen. It's just so important that young mothers are invested in terms of their reading and their literacy, being given books, the concept of a library, a world of possibilities opening up.
I am here to do some poetry for y'all tonight, so I'd like to share that with you. For colored girls who are born into poverty, who have no clue of where they come from or where they are presently, and pray to understand why. For colored girls who do not give in to weak, wicked minds, deceitful tricksters who undermine their existence, purpose, and circumstances. For colored girls who break down barriers, who recognize their own character and are not afraid to show it. I began with Literature for Life through a book club and writing circle, that Motion. She's another beautiful and great spoken word artist here in Toronto, and she started the book club and writing circle at our building, 1900 Shepherd.
I got involved with Literature for Life through the Y Connect. I've been doing some counseling with my daughter.
It's empowered me, motivated me, inspired me to see other young women who are on the same path that I'm on, that are interested in the same things I'm interested in.
Well, I wasn't a big reader. I didn't really like books. I thought books were only for smart people. I thought that maybe learning for me was too late, and it's definitely not. It's never too late to learn.
And it's just pushed me to keep accomplishing my goals, to keep setting goals for myself. It's made me a better person, I can say that. It encourages me to to meet and greet with new people, to network with people, to understand where people are coming from in their journeys in life, and what it is they have to contribute to the world, and how it is that I can help contribute to the world in a much more effective way.
Well, the biggest thing that I have learned would have to be confidence. Knowledge means power, if I can sum it up in that. So, power.
It's just a sense of empowerment altogether, and that's what I rep for Literature for Life. To accept her divinity. This is for the colored girl who knows who she is. A magnificent melanated womb. A divine being. Ashe.
Literature for Life is a tremendous cause where people can share with their children, where people become equipped to share with their children in their home. In other words, Joe has gone to the house. She's teaching mothers. Her and her facilitators are teaching mothers how to read to their children, how to empower their children and empower themselves.
As a society, what are we turning down? What potential are we losing? We need to come together to understand that within all communities, there are people who have an amazing potential that is often overlooked. And that it's a very simple and easy thing to sit down and discuss ideas and get people engaged in thinking about establishing an identity of their own and not being in a position where they're living in a place where an identity is thrust upon them. Can you imagine what that must be like? To be told who you are and what you think, and to be disregarded for some reason just because you look a certain way or you're from a certain place. That all of the potential that lives inside you is completely ignored. This is about just a small idea of how we can engage people in community, because without community, we can't survive as a society.